7.5 kilometres, and the woman will be racing 4.5 kilometres on a 1.4 kilometre loop. So we are in for some exciting racing later on, but all eyes are on the ski jumping hill. Weather, well, it's pretty much perfect. Blue skies, the sun is out. Currently, we did just see it there. We have 1 degree. It will start to get a bit warmer. We are going to have round about 3 degrees later on, and during the race we're going to have 8 degrees, so very warm for Norway. I'm Annie Cooper, and this is going to be a great day to kick off the Junior World Championships here in Lillehammer. We are on the hill size 98 with a K point of 90. And the wind conditions in the trial round were on our side, so let's hope things will stay like that. We do know that crosswinds and, well, very high winds are, well, it's not a lie to say that they do like to come here in Lillehammer. Looking up to the jury and to the judges' tower and seeing the famous Olympic rings from 1994, and the flame is still here in Lillehammer, for a matter of fact. And we're about 180 kilometres north from Oslo, so everyone knows Oslo, and Lillehammer is just, well, a short drive away. And the hill was built for 1994 Olympic Games, like I did just mention. Start list, we have 20 athletes. The women will be starting today. The men will be coming shortly after, so don't go anywhere after the women's competition. And so we have 20 athletes and 10 nations, which is great. And a few names we already know from some of the World Cups. Some World Cup athletes are still young enough, believe it or not, like Katarina Gruber, to come to the Junior World Championships. And, well, let's see if she can perform like she has been during the World Cup season. If you are just warming us, welcome. We are in the sunny parts of the world, Norway, Lillehammer. Currently around about 1 degree, so very warm for Norway's likings. It's the Junior World Championships kick-off day, as I like to say. We have the sprint team with the men and the women. We are starting with the women. So that will be 2 athletes per team, 20 athletes, 10 nations in the women's competition, which is about to get underway. The men will be coming up shortly later, but all eyes on the women, which will be jumping and then racing 4.5 kilometres on a 1.4 kilometre course. The coach is waiting at the bottom eagerly for their athletes to come. If you have just joined us, welcome to Lillehammer. We are moments away, around about 20 seconds, until we see the first jumper who will start at the Junior World Championships here in Lillehammer in Norway. The sky's blue, the wind settled down, so there is nothing to stop these athletes of having a great competition. Starting us with bib number 1 from Switzerland, it will be Julia Bells. Jumped 72 metres in the trial round, a young athlete. A good solid jump to kick off the Junior World Championships here in Norway, Lillehammer 2026. Remember, it's not just about Julia today, it is also about her teammate because it is the team sprint. So we'll have one round of the first jumpers and then we'll have the second round where the next 10 athletes come. 20 athletes and 10 nations today. So that will put Switzerland in the lead. There has only been one jumper. But coming up next from Japan, Yuzuka Fujiwara. And a good solid jump from Fujiwara. A few adjustments were made. She has been at the Continental Cups, has come from the Continental Cup in Falun, got 15th and 13th place, and she did get third medal last year in the Junior World Championships in Lake Placid. So she'll be eager to get back on that podium. That will put Japan in the lead. 6 seconds. But coming up next from the United States of America, Sadie McCrank. A very young athlete, talented, 16 years old. Got it down safely. And 53 metres in the first round. And it's great to see the young athletes coming out here to Norway. A nice improvement, 60.5 metres for her there. And it's good, they need the chance, they need to improve. But we race on to the next athlete from France, Marion Drosvisser. 85.5 metres in the trial round. That was a very good, solid jump. That was around about 8th place. So let's see what she can do now. And a great jump. She had a lot of height. She was a bit annoyed about that landing. A bit of a wobble happened there. But overall, that was a great jump. 83.5 metres. Her very experienced teammate will be coming up shortly, Romana Bohr, who we do know from the World Cups. But that will put France into second place, 3 seconds behind Japan at the moment. On the gate already, waiting patiently from Italy, Giada Del Guan. She's high, and what a jump that was, and what a statement Italy have just made with that amazing jump. She likes this hill, she definitely does, and she can have that smile on her face. 92 metres. I do just want to point out that in the trial round, the furthest jump we had was 94.5 metres, so we are looking at a very, very good jump. That puts Italy in the 13 seconds lead over Japan. But let's see what Helena Nora Evans can do from Norway. 83 metres in the trial round. A very experienced athlete. Has been to the Continental Cups, been to the Alpine Cups this season already, and has had great preparation for the Junior Worlds. And a nice takeoff, very good takeoff, very explosive, and took that height and was very stable in the air. And landing the telemark landing. Oh, don't wobble, don't fall. 82 metres, and these athletes know how important the telemark landing is. The telemark landing is basically how you also get more points, and that puts Norway into 5th place, so she will be a bit disappointed with that. 30 seconds behind the leader. But here is Austria with Clara Mentel. Now, Clara Mentel has been to the Alpine Cups, 8th place, 22nd in Falun in the Continental Cup just a few days ago, so she's been on the road, and we wish her the best of luck. And a very aggressive into the flight that we just saw there. And a nice style. The judges will like that. We'll have a look. 15, 14.5. Being a bit harsh this morning. Maybe they need to have their good breakfast. But that was a stable jump. And don't forget, we do have the second round of the jumpers coming up. That is 6th place for Austria. So she will be a bit disappointed. It was 81 metres in the trial round, and it was 78.5 moments ago. But Germany is already waiting with Fabienne Klump. Fabienne is, an athlete who is getting lots of experience, which is great. That's what all the athletes need. And a great jump there. She definitely showed why she has been picked for the team. Remember, there are five athletes who have all been fighting for this sprint team event. And it's basically who has the best training, who is in the best shape on the day. That will put Germany into 5th place, 21 seconds behind the leaders, which is still Italy. Now, here is Slovenia, Teja Pavek. She did jump a whopping 94 metres before, so watch out for her in this round now. And she's high, and she goes all the way down to that final line. And what about that? 96.5 metres, 17.5, 16.5 for the judges. Surely that's going to be enough to take the lead. And she had the height, she did in the air, and that does first place for Slovenia, 19 seconds over Italy lead. And what a jump that was. All eyes back up to the top. Finland, Anja Kanavala. And what a jump. That was from her, hands up in the air. Again, an athlete who is getting experience, has been in the Alpine Cup, so that is one of the competitions before you get to the Continental Cup and the World Cup. 76 metres, for her there. That will put Finland into 9th place, just in front of the United States of America. And here we go into the second round of the women. So this is the teammate from Julia Bells we saw earlier on, just going back off the gate. I do wonder if we might be going down a gate, because we did just see Teja from Slovenia jump 96 metres. If you are just joining us, welcome to Lillehammer. The Junior World Championships is already underway, and it's quite special because we are starting with a team sprint today. So not a normal individual Gunderson, a team sprint. So this really, I find it gives the athletes a big push and a big motivation if you can already be fighting for the medals with your team. And tomorrow will be the provisional competition round on Thursday for the Gunderson, which will be following on the Friday. And then on the Saturday, we have the team sprint, team competition, That will be 2 men athletes and 2 women athletes. And just moving the gate a bit. For the second jumpers, we did see 95 metres from Guba Katarina in the trial round, and we were going from gate 19 then, so we'll see. We've gone to 18 to 17, and we'll get Seva Lobsieger from Switzerland underway very shortly. The wind is on our side today. That is very, very good, and it's great that these athletes can have a smooth competition. Teammates waiting at the bottom for their teammate to come. It is the women's sprint team event, ski jumping at the moment, and Svea Lobsieger from Switzerland is going to get us underway again for the final round. Don't go anywhere afterwards, because the men are coming up very shortly. She had a height there in the air. Lobsieger has had a great season so far, 15th in the Alpine Cup and 20th in the Alpine Cup, and she got a 6th place and a 3rd place in the FIS Youth Cups in Switzerland. So she is having a great season and has had, great preparations for the Junior Worlds, and that takes Switzerland, of course, into 1st place, because that was the first ski jumper of the second round. Next up, from Japan, Yuzuki Kanuma. 82 metres in the trial round. And what a height she has got, and she has just proven why she is in the team. Remember, the Japanese athletes have also come here with 4 to 5 athletes, and they've all been fighting to get into the team sprint event, and she has just shown us why she is in the team. 93 metres. And remember, we're looking at 104.5 metres as the women's record on this hill. So, yeah, we've still got a bit to go. Now that takes Japan into a lead. That takes Japan into a 1:07 lead over Switzerland. But up next, Brabeck Haley. Well, it's not Brabeck Alexa we've got here, but it's the younger sister. A great solid jump from the American there. And yeah, she was 20th last year in the Junior Worlds in Lake Placid, and she's come to the Continental Cup from Falun, where she got a 25th place and a 16th place in the Continental Cup in Eisenherz. So she's also having a great season. Great to see her here, and definitely probably looking at what her sister's been doing this season so far. But here's another one who has been having a great season, Romana Brod from France, been in the World Cup, and she's still young enough to compete in the Junior Worlds here in Lillehammer. And what a jump, what a height, and what a landing. Yes, and she can cheer, and so she should. And that was a picture perfect jump. Arms nicely by her sides. The judges must like that. 17.5. Haven't seen that in a long time. 16.5, 16. Of course, the best and the worst markings from the judges will be cancelled out. Second place for France, 7 seconds behind Japan. So this is going to be a neck-and-neck race, but it's not over yet. We still have a few athletes to come. Next up from Italy, Ludovica Del Bianco. 89.5 metres in the trial round. What can she do now? She's got height and she sticks that landing. Very good telemark. As I've mentioned before, the telemark landing is crucial in these events because every second, every point counts. 85 metres, so very standard jumping from the Italian athlete. That will take Italy into third place with 15 seconds behind Japan and only around about 7 seconds behind France. So anything is possible later on the 4.5 kilometre race. But hold your horses because here comes Norway, Ingrid Gressli. And she jumped 92 metres. We are going from a few gates lower, so we'll see what she can do. But she has the height. She's got the height. Oh, and the hand did touch the ground there. That is a shame for the Norwegian athlete because that was an amazing jump. That really was. But if you do touch the ground, that was 90.5 metres. But if you do touch the ground before the final line, then that does count as a crash. And that is why the judges are marking with an 8.5, 10, 12 from the Austrian judge. So that will put Norway down a bit. But up next, here is somebody who knows what she is doing on the ski jumping hill and on the cross-country tracks. From Austria, Katharina Gruber has had her first World Cup podium this season. So she is having a great season. What can she do today? She has the height and she goes all the way down where we did not think it's even possible to land a jump. She did not touch the ground. And what about that for a jump? 16 from the first judge, 103 metres. We have not seen this longer jump so far. Not even in the training, not in the practice round, in the trial round. 103 metres, knocking on the doors of that hill record. Not quite though, but that takes Austria into second place, 6 seconds behind Japan. Up next, another one who knows what she's doing. Sophia Eggensberger has had her debut in the World Cup this season in Oberhof. So she will be looking forward to the Junior World Champs to prove what she can do. A little short of that 100-metre marking, which we just saw from Gruber moments ago. But that was a solid jump from the German athlete. 84 metres in the trial round. Let's see what she can do now. 91 metres, so a great improvement. Obviously a competition jumper, as I like to call them. Germany, 5th place at the moment, 25 seconds behind the leaders, Japan. So this is what I was just going to, well, mention. that we will probably go down another gate for Tia Malova from Slovenia. She jumped 96 meters in the trial round, so this is gate 16 now. We were going from gate 17 before, so she will get points added to her jump, the gate compensation points. And now it's a bit of a waiting game. The wind has picked up a tiniest bit, but it should not bother Tia. Maybe coming to the wind. We have a wind sector, a wind corridor where the wind has to be in. And that is when the jury say, yes, it is good to go. We have a red light, orange light and green light. The red light is when the athletes have to wait to go onto the gate. And then the orange is then 60 seconds where they have time for the wind to get into that corridor. And then it is the green light, which is 10 seconds, where the coach has time to let their athlete jump. But all eyes on the Slovenian athlete Tia Malova, 96 meters in the trial round. What can she do in the competition round? And a great solid jump from her. Probably good that we did go down one gate there, otherwise she would have been jumping, well, probably over the 104 meter marking, but 97 meters. That will put Slovenia in a great position for the race later on. Remember, we have the women's ski jumping team sprint event right now. The men will be coming up very shortly, and then later on at 3 o'clock and at 4 o'clock the race. But all eyes back up to the top for Finland. Anna Kerko, another well-known name. Been into the Continental Cups, Alpine Cups. 84.5 meters, not having the best jump in the trial round. What can she do now? She knows she is capable of more. And so she is. A bit of a wobble over the takeoff, over the first few meters of the jumping hill there. But she definitely held it together, went all the way down, 14 from the judges being very harsh due to that wobble at the top where her arms were off the side of her body. 88.5 meters. And that will put Finland into 8th position, so that will be a minute 35 behind Slovenia. And what a first jumping that was. That is the women's jumping for the Junior World Champs, finished. I put it like that. And let's have a look at the results, at the timing for the cross-country race later on. Here we have it. Slovenia leading with a 44 seconds lead over Japan. Austria closely behind in 50 seconds, joint with France. And only 9 seconds behind them is Italy breathing down the necks. And then it's all very close. A minute 8 Germany, 1 minute 33 Norway. Look out for them. Very strong cross-country skiers. And they are so far down. You might be wondering, why are Norway 7th? But the last jumper, Ingrid Gassler, did put her hands down in the snow, so she was marked down for that in the final jump. But Finland coming up closely behind them, a minute 35, a minute 50 Switzerland, and then with 3 minutes 14, which I suspect will be a bit shorter later on, is the United States of America. So we are in for some great racing. Don't go anywhere. If you're just joining us and you have just missed the women's ski jumping team sprint round, we have finished that with Slovenia leading, Japan in 2nd and Austria in 3rd. And we will be back shortly because it is the men's team sprint, which will be coming up very, very soon. The Olympic flame, as I mentioned before, the hills were built for the 1994 Olympic Games. The flame is still here. We're around about 180 kilometres north of Oslo. And, these hills are definitely spectacular. The weather's spectacular, and we have just seen a spectacular first ski jumping round from the women Nordic Combined athletes, the next generation, as I like to call them. And it's great that all these nations, all these athletes get the chance, to be here in Lillehammer. We just have 20 athletes, 10 nations, and coming up will be the men with 28 athletes and 14 nations.
yesterday.
For the trial, we have started.
They're still planning to do the official training for the boys. Yeah. Is it same as if it's same as yesterday? Oh, okay. Oh, they're doing by country. Okay, so we're last. Sweet, best jumpers last. I like it. Thank you.
I have all the entries, but I think I have no time to go down and back when the trial will start. Okay, so I will go with it. I wasn't sure if you prefer to.
So now I'm your TDA. I'm ready on the coach's stand. Just let me know when you want to start.
Yes, we will wait just 1 minute more. We go again at 10 for the official training.
Perfect. Do we have a test jumper in front? So it will be in 1 minute, gate 10, number 1. Okay? Huh?
Masz formę. Ja skaczę, dobra. Dobra, i sen.
Oh, ist ja in Ordnung. Krieg ich schon hin.
Мама, малий рот. Не рот бен, не буде. Kiedy przyjdziesz do Panicy?
Good morning.
Nie wiem, czy вже приїду.
A, przyjdziesz.
Бо не wiem, як це брати.
And we start the clock. Additional training, gate 10, tip 1.
Gate 10, next number 1.
Number 2.
Zähler drin.
Дали мы плане самолета. Можно подъехать? Специально, правильно? Сколько? Можно так ближе. Але нема. А буде ті старі. Ремонтуємо.
Next will be number 6.
Też dobrze płacić, za to, że skokać na mrówkach.
tranquillo te mano. La gara inizia 10:30, fatto di prova. Come la schema.
Men will start at 10:30. So there is no big break. After this one, yeah. The jumps will be nice there. That's a nice job.
Observing?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was moving between 0.5 and now nearly to 1.5. Good morning. But old pain. Perfect timing. It will be done 3 minutes before the trial run starts. They are all happy. Take care of you.
You are not a young guy anymore. Come on.
I'm a young guy.
51. Getting better. Way better. Like this at the moment, but no problem.
Побежали. Nerveplass. Ja.
A lot worse in the next year. After the jump part. Yeah. You can already give it when you're done. I can also. Yeah, on the top. In 1.5 hours we will have only
Kommer til å stå på holdrene
Yeah, this is what I thought.
på kanten, og så lager vi en trapp til han, så han kan gå opp der og så ta noen bilder av den personen som sitter der.
Okay, good morning. Additional jump is done. Have fun. Now you will get your PDA.
So we will go directly in, just 5 minutes break without any trail jumpers. Big one will start, and the plan is to stay on this gate 10. Yes. Agree from my side. Conditions are similar as what Alvin had for the training from base camp, so it will be good.
Nice. We should do tomorrow.
That's the way how to come.
Yep, yep.
The one that we had wasn't, it didn't do the hot enough.
Kameramann.
I think this condition we can try to go one up. So for the second group we will try to go from gate 11. corridor for this plus the headwind, and we will go 1K down to 10. Just for your info, I remember from the last year that those rates are very normal. German attack.
35 min. Går du ned eller blir det her?
Jeg blir med ned.
Har du walkie?
only 2 meters per second, the difference, right? Okay.
Det blir fort. For det er etter å ha hoppet noen hopp, så er du blank. Og det er ikke nå. Det blir det grimelag på en gasshopp, ja. Punktspring. Ja.
I just wanted to say that it looks like it will be without waves and just starting. Conditions look perfect.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Lillehammer, Norway, the home of the Olympic history and today the future of the Nordic Combined. We've just seen the women jump in the team sprint today and now we're going to see the men. It's the opening day of the Junior World Championships 2026 and we kick things off with one of the most exciting formats in the sport, the team sprint. As I just mentioned, we've seen the women jump and now we are going to see the men jump. We have 28 athletes in 14 nations coming up. The weather, well, speaks for itself, doesn't it? Blue sky, sunny skies, sunny weather. The wind has been on our side throughout the day so far. So we should be in for a very, very smooth competition. 2 athletes per team. As I did just mention, the women have been with 2 athletes. The men are coming up now with 2 teams. The men are going to be racing 7.5 kilometres later on and the women 4.5, but all concentrations are on the men. A very historic arena this is, hosted 1994 Olympia Winter Games and the flame's still here. Maybe we'll see a picture of that later on, but there we do see the logo of Lillehammer's Olympic rings. The judges' tower, very important. A bit harsh on the women today, but it was always fair all the way through the competition. So we are definitely in for a good round. Just looking at the trial round, which has just been, we did see a jump over 100 metres, 101 from the Slovenian athlete Lovro. And, well, the hill record is 107.5. So we might be up. We might be in for some great jumps today and a good competition. We have athletes here at the Junior World Championships from the ages of 15 up to the age of 20. So there's a big span of athletes. We do have an athlete who has been to the Olympic Games in Milano Cortina. Rupert from Estonia, who we'll be seeing very shortly. If you are just joining us, welcome to the Junior World Championships here in Lillehammer. The sun is out. It's blue sky and we are about to get underway with the team from Switzerland, the 2 Kempf brothers. So we're going to have the first round of the 14 athletes and then we will have the second round of the second round of 14 athletes. As I've mentioned, 28 athletes in 14 nations. We've just seen the women and now it's all eyes on the men. A lovely arena, this historic arena, I should say. It really, really is. The fans are here, the coaches, physios are all waiting at the bottom. You know, it is the middle of the week, so the spectators' numbers will go up during the week. It is only Wednesday. Tomorrow we have the provisional competition round for the Gundersen, which will be on Friday, and on Saturday we have the mixed team event. So today we have the team sprint. 2 men, 2 women per team. It will be on a 1.4 kilometre course, so it will be neck on neck and it will be very, very exciting later on. But if you are just joining us, we are moments away of kicking off the Junior World Championships men team sprint competition here in Lillehammer. The first team to go will be Switzerland with Noah Kempf. It's a big day for the Kempf family. 2 brothers, the younger brother and the older brother, both starting at the Junior World Championships, so that's always a good thing, isn't it? Mum and Dad will, well, either be here in Lillehammer or they'll be at home nervously waiting to watch their sons jump. But we have a lot of talented athletes coming up. Start list of the first group of the team sprint today on the normal hill. Noah Kemp from Switzerland, followed by Brian Venutini from Italy, then Rupert Tida, who I mentioned, from Estonia, who has been to the Olympic Games in 2026 only just a few weeks ago and is now here at the Junior World Championships. Moments away, around about 30 seconds till we kick off the first day of the Junior World Championships for the men's team sprint. I'm Annie Cooper and we are in for a great day, great conditions. The athletes are in top form, a great trial round without any problems, so nothing is to stop them. All eyes on them. The whole world is watching the next generation. Here we go from Switzerland. we have Noah Kempf going from gate 10, which we were going from in the trial round, so very good conditions. Let's see what he can do. 87.5 meters in the trial round. And a good standard jump there, very steady, nice takeoff, and very stable in the air, and that's what the judges will like to see. 16.5. Remember, the best marking from the judges they get taken off, and the worst one gets taken off. So we have 16.5 and 16 will be getting taken off there. And then we have never had a Switzerland team sprint before, so that's good for them. Next up from Italy, Brian Vertuni. The Italians were very good at the Winter Olympic Games with 4th place. The last Junior World Championship team sprint was at 8th place for Italy, so they'll be eager to get a good place today. A good solid jump for the Italian. 79 meters. He would have been hoping for a bit more there, but a very standard. He had 78.5 in the trial round. That puts Italy into 2nd place, only 2 seconds behind Switzerland, but we still have a lot of nations to come. Up next, I've mentioned him before, Taylor Rubert from Estonia. He's been to the Winter Olympics. He's only 16 years of age. Came 4th place in the Olympics in Italy a few weeks ago. What can he do today? And a good jump, a nice solid jump with that telemark landing. Remember, the telemark landings are so crucial. That's what the judges want to look. How do the athletes land? That's how they get the extra points. 84.5 meters for him there. Now, coming up next is an athlete we should look out for. A young Slovenian athlete, Aljaž Jana. Been to the Continental Cups, that is one of the competitions before you get to the World Cups. Got a top 10 in the Alpine Cup, so he's definitely one to look out for. And he shows his consistent good jumping. Bit of a shake of the head there, but I think he will be happy when he sees what the other athletes have done in front of him. Remember, it's not an individual competition today. 90.5 meters for him is not an individual, so it is the team. So his teammate will be coming later on. Puts Slovenia into the lead, 10 seconds in front of Estonia. And anything is possible. Oh, it's an orange helmet. That means it must be someone from the United States of America, and it is Ethan Manis. His last appearance was in the Junior World Championships in Lake Placid, his last FIS competition. 69.5 meters, nice flight, nice air, and a good stable landing. But it's good that these young athletes get the opportunity to come here and to show and to represent their country. 79.5, and it's just a matter of time until he'll be able to jump those 10 meters further. 5th place for the United States of America, 42 seconds behind the leaders, Slovenia. Italy just in front of them. So, coming up next from Poland, Jakub Ciesla. And a good solid jump and a punch there in the air. It all comes down to that one competition jump you have, and you know, anything can go wrong, but he definitely proved us right that he can jump consistent, and he jumped 10 meters further than in the trial round, 89.5 meters. The last team sprint was a 9th place for the Polish team, so we'll be able to see what they can do today. Coming on next from Finland, Peter Räisänen. 74.5 in the trial round. Few adjustments were made in the first few meters of the jump. That would have pulled him down those few meters before he would have had to land. So he'll be looking forward to the next competitions coming up. His teammates coming later on, so maybe he can jump a bit further to get them in a good position. 76 meters for him brings Finland into 7th, 57 seconds behind the leaders. Up next from Ukraine, Alexander Shokovplias. He's been to the Continental Cups this season and to the Alpine Cups. Got a top 30 placing there. So he's had a great season so far and a good preparation leading up to the Junior Worlds. And a great competition jump from him there with a good telemark landing. Can't say it enough, it is so important to get those extra points. Points get diverted into seconds for the racing later on. 87 metres. Brings Ukraine into 4th place with 17 seconds behind the leaders. And now here's a man who likes ski jumping very much. From France, Martin Lubin jumped 93.5 metres in the trial round, so he feels at home here in Lillehammer. And he's got the height, and he sticks at landing so well. And that was a great jump from him. A really, really nice jump from the French athlete. 16.5, 17 from the judges. They like that. 91 metres. Remember, we have seen a jump 101 in the trial round, so 10 metres further. Just so you can get an imagination, get a feeling of how far these athletes could jump. 5 seconds behind the leaders. That's a good jump. Good positioning for the race later on. From Czech Republic, Jiria Kulbak. A good solid jump from him. That's so important that these athletes can get their good jumps, their stable jumps, and they can perform in the competition round. And that is exactly what he did. 84 metres for him there. Now here's an athlete who knows what he is doing, who's had a great season, 5th in the Alpine Cup, 12th in the Continental Cup here in Lillehammer a few weeks ago. Jonathan Grabert. He knows this hill, he likes this hill, he said, so he's ready. And he is. What a height and what a landing. He knows that he had a perfect jump there. That was a picture perfect jump. It really was. Oh, steady on the speed there. 100 metres exactly. And that will feel great for him. 89.5 in the trial round. So that a whopping 11 metres further in the competition. He definitely does not have competition nerves. That is the lead for Germany. But how long for? From Japan, Tomi Takashi. Good jump. It's always hard to perform after a 100-metre jump, which was just in front of me. But a very good jump from the Japanese athlete. 87.5, a big improvement from him. 7.5 metres further than in the trial round. So that's always good that they can perform in the competition, even with the competition nerves. Now, here come Norway. Everybody knows Norway. Alvin Lee. Alvin Lee has had a World Cup in Seefeld, so he had the Seefeld triple for a day. Got disqualified once, but has been here in Lillehammer training. What can he do? He has the height, he has the speed, and he goes all the way down. There's that fist bump, goes all the way down to the bottom red lining. And that will be around about the 96-metre marking, and it is in fact a really great jump from the Norwegian there. Just showing us, hey, this isn't Norway, I know this hill. Second place for Norway, behind Germany. 14 seconds, so they'll be eager to get on that podium. But here come Austria. Austria know how to perform in a competition. David Thur, what can he do? He's had Continental Cup first podium this season, so he is having a great preparation leading up to today. He has the height, and he is showing us that he has had a great preparation, and he knows how important it is to stick a good jump down before his teammate comes. Remember, it is the team sprint today, so there are 2 athletes, 93 metres for Austria, and 16.5 from the judges. Third place at the moment with 21 seconds behind the leaders. Yeah, thumbs up from him. Now that was all the teams, so we have 14 nations and 28 athletes, and we will be going back to Switzerland now to Finn Kempf and the brother. So his younger brother will be waiting for him at the bottom. Finn Kempf did go to the boarding school in Austria actually, where he trains and goes to school there. And it's a great opportunity for the athletes. Go to school, train in the mornings, in the afternoons with their coaches, and then they lead it all the way up to the Junior World Championships. From Switzerland, Finn Kempf jumped 91.5 metres in the trial round today. What can he do? Currently in 11th after his brother has gone. A few adjustments made. He's got the height and a very stable jump and a good telemark landing. The judges will be liking that. We are still going from gate 10. I do suspect we will stay at 10. The wind is good, the conditions are good. 92 metres for the Swiss athlete there. Of course, brings them into the lead. It is the starting of the second round of the men's sprint, the Junior Worlds. If you're just joining us, I'm Manny Cooper, and we are underway on the second round of the second group. Here we have from Italy, Manuel Zanona, another athlete who is in fact in the boarding school. And he knows Finn Kempf, he knows the athlete who just went before, and Zanona is high, and he gets that down. He knows how important it is, and it's great that these athletes are being able to perform such good performances now. 18 from the judges, 17, 17.5, 92.5 metres. That was a very good performance from the Italian athlete there. 4 seconds behind Switzerland though, so this is going to be a very, very close race. From Estonia, Fred Gustafsson, 88 metres in the trial round. Let's see what he can do now. The conditions are good. 86 metres to beat to go into that lead, that leading position. Having a slight trouble on the takeoff. The tiniest bit late, it's a split second where you have to get the timing right to really explode off the end of that table. But he's got other competitions coming up. Remember, we have the Gunderson on Friday and the team event on the Saturday. 85 metres for him there. Now, here comes a man who knows ski jumping very well. He loves this hill, he said. 101 metres in the trial round. Lovro Pesel from Slovenia. He's got that height. He's using the great conditions. Where will it land? And over that 96 metre marking, will it be the 100? We will see in a second. 97.5 metres. Not that 100 metre marking he had in the trial round, but still a very, very good jump. The judges liked it. 18, 17.5. So here is an athlete. He knows the Junior World Championships very well from the United States of America. Andreas Gies. And 42nd last season in the Junior World Championships. What can he do today in the team event? A good solid jump from the American athlete. Again, another athlete who is getting the experience, who is great that he can be here on the start line with his teammates and be in a team sprint. 74 metres, 15s from the judges. That brings United States of America into 5th place. 1:51 behind, so that will extend a bit, but we will see at the end. There are still lots of athletes coming up, and all eyes are on the Polish athlete Kasper Jarosbek. .86.5 in the trial round. Had a few troubles, he said, but it looks like that is a good jump and a solid jump for him. It's always hard if you've had a few troubles in the training, in the trial round, and then you have to really work hard and get things right for the competition round, and that's definitely what he did. 86 metres, and brings Poland into 3rd, 46 seconds behind Slovenia, but only 2 seconds away from 2nd place. Now, here's a person who really wants to get a good jump in. Markus Manika from Finland. Been to the Continental Cup here in Lillehammer a few weeks ago. That is the competition before you get to the World Cup. So he knows his hill, he likes his hill, he said, and he wants to perform his very best. A wee bit short of the red marking of the 90 metre mark there. We will see how far it did get him. 81.5 metres for the Finnish athlete. brings him into 6th place, a minute 47 behind. Still got the cross-country race later on, so they can make up a few places. Very strong on the cross-country skis. Here's another person strong on the cross-country skis from Ukraine, Rostav Kirashuk. 79 metres in the trial round. And a good solid jump there. Tiniest adjustments were made just after the takeoff, which will have pulled him down a tiniest bit a few metres earlier. 83 metres, but a nice improvement from the trial round. 79 in the first round. Brings Ukraine into 6th place at the moment, just in front of Finland, with a minute 2 behind the leaders currently, which is Slovenia. From France, Simon Pagny. 88 metres in the trial round. What can he do now? He's got the height and he does deliver. He really does. I mean, the French do like this hill. They really do. And 90 metres exactly. Brings France into 2nd place, 29 seconds behind the leader Slovenia. So very good cross-country skiers, the both Frenchmen. They'll be looking forward to that later. But from the Czech Republic, Lukas Dolcal, 95.5. Well, let's have a look what he can do in the competition round. He has the height and he delivers with a great telemark landing. And the judges must like that. I like that. 18 from 17.5, 95.5 metres for the athlete from the Czech Republic. 3rd place, 30 seconds, only 1 second behind France. So this is going to be a very, very exciting and tight race later on. But don't go anywhere. We still have the final 4 teams. From Germany, Felix Breeden had his debut this year in the World Cup. And what can he do? He's got lots of experience building up to the Junior World Championships. He's got the height. He's going. Where will it land? And will it be over the 100-metre mark? We will see, but that was definitely there or thereabouts. And he can deliver in the competition. He was even leading in Oberhof for quite some time. So he was showing the older athletes, hey, I'm still a junior, but I can jump far, and so he can. 98 metres today at the Junior World Championships here in Lillehammer. And that takes Germany into a lead of 27 seconds in front of Slovenia. Now here's a name everyone knows. From Japan, Ryuto Itoji. 79 metres in the trial round. Got the timing wrong, he said. And maybe he's got the timing right now. A wee bit short of where he would have had to be to get Japan into the top positionings. 82.5 metres, but it's okay. He's still got chances, but it is the team competition today, so that is also a great thing. 9th place, minute 26 behind the leaders, so they'll have a bit to do later on, but a strong jump. Now, fasten your seatbelts. From Norway, Hilmarsen, who jumped 88.5 metres. But he is a competition jumper, I give you that. And he is very, very talented. 2nd place this season in the Continental Cup. And sticking that landing round about the 100-metre marking. We will see how far it actually got him. The judges like that. He liked it. 94.5 metres. A wee bit short of that 100-metre marking. But that will put Norway in a great position for later on. The fans are slowly coming out to watch the athletes. 19 seconds behind Germany. So they will be hunting down the Germans later on. The final athlete of the first day of the Junior World Championships from Austria, Andreas Grefferer. I think we all know his name, don't we? He got 2 times. He's been on the podium already this season. He's got a top 20. And we know him from the last season of the Junior World Championships. He's got that height. And a few adjustments were made in the air which would have sucked him down a tiniest bit where he would have needed those extra 4 to 5 metres. But a solid jump from the Austrian, 92 metres. This will all be very, very close later on the cross-country track. So anything is possible And that is the great thing about the team sprint, or about Nordic Combined altogether. 4th place for Austria with 33 seconds. And I tell you one thing, we are in for some great racing later on. The top 6 teams are all within a minute. So anything is possible, I give you that. Let's have a look. Germany lead 19 seconds in front of Norway, who will be eager to hunt them down. 27 seconds behind is Slovenia and 33 Austria, followed by France with 56 and Czechia with 57 and Switzerland with a minute 11, which is anything is possible when the Kempf brothers get on the thinner skis. Remember, we do have 14 teams, so we will have a second slide in a minute. Poland following a minute 13, closely behind Italy, minute 15. Estonia, minute 20. Japan, a minute 26. A minute 29. Ukraine and Finland and United States will be coming up behind with 2 minutes 14 and 2 minutes 19. So anything is possible later on. This is going to be a very, very exciting race. We've just seen the women's sprint, ski jumping, and we have just finished the men's sprint ski jumping round if you are just joining us now. But don't be sad, we will be back very shortly in the afternoon at 3 o'clock and at 4 o'clock. The men will be racing and the women will be racing in the team sprint of this first day of the Junior World Championships Nordic Combined here in Lillehammer. The sun's out, the wind was good today. We hope for the good wind conditions later on. But it should be a bit warmer later on, so around about 10 degrees. So the technicians will definitely have a bit of work to do to find who has the fastest skis on the thinner tracks later on. I'm Annie Cooper, and I can't wait to be with you later on in the studio for some very, very exciting racing later on. Thank you very much, and see you later at 3 o'clock and at 4 o'clock for the men's and the women's team sprint here in Lillehammer.
Heute hoch zum Essen fahren.